Pencil.
I recently got a new nickname. I'm dating a Latina, and her family called me Mandilón. And when I first heard it, I was like, yeah, I love Star Wars. I'm the Mandilón. And then I went on Google Translate. I was like, that is not the Spanish name for the Mandalorian. No. That means pussy whip bitch. The fuck?
On today's episode, we have comedian Ryan Radusinovic. What's up, Ryan? Tell him how it is.
Oh, dude, thanks for having me. You nailed the name, bro. Thank you for taking the time to learn how to pronounce it.
Hey, honestly, I've been practicing, bro.
Yo, great job, man. You fucking killed it.
Hell yeah. So, man, tell these people who you are. I know who you are.
Yeah.
Some of them out there, they don't know who the fuck you is.
You know, you can catch me lurking at your local Circle K. That's how we met. I just 4 a.m. I'm up in there trying to buy a vape and a Red Bull. But
fortunately, we didn't have those fucking vapes.
I know,
sadly.
dude. They
still don't today.
Those shitty ass vapes, bro. They had them. The nasty ones for people who are trying to quit smoking. I bought one. It was the worst decision of my life, dude. That shit was so nasty.
Where's $27 of your life, bro?
I know. No, I wasn't even that. It was like 16.
Oh yeah,
but,
okay.
Those cheap little skinny ones, bro. That shit was nasty. But yeah,
I didn't sell you that shit.
When I'm not lurking at liquor stores, I am Ryan Radusinovic, stand-up comedian. Ryan.comedian on Instagram. I perform all over California, all over the country, and you could check me out this weekend at Levity Live in Oxnard. So I'll be there. I'll be at the Ice House next month with Jeff Garcia. I am Jeff Garcia's head feature, road dog, film guy, all the above.
Yes, sir, and one of my good friends.
And a good homie. Yes, sir.
Good fucking homie, that's right. I said friends, but homies last longer, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, yeah, with that being said, bro, I appreciate you being on the show, man. Let's kick some fucking ass today, if not half that ass, you know?
yeah, I'm down, dude. Let's do it. I got up early for this shit. I brushed my teeth. I did my hair. I washed my shit.
Fuck that.
And I wanted to smell good.
45 fucking minutes.
That's okay. I had to handle some business in the car, so
hey,
you know,
it was a win-win still.
It was a win-win, definitely.
Right.
You know,
I got you on that.
I appreciate it.
So first of all, how did Ryan Radusinovic comedian status come about?
Well, I was always one of the homies who always had some smart shit to say, so I'd always in class kind of get in trouble because I'd always be trying to talk. I'm always trying to make people laugh subconsciously. Like I do it without even trying because that's how I communicate, through laughter.
Yes, sir.
And I had like kind of a tough life, so I always wanted to kind of like make light of the situation, and through that I just would always make people laugh, and I have a knack for doing impersonations, so I make my friends laugh with different silly voices and shit. And I was always that homie at the high school parties doing some silly shit, like I used to be able to kick myself in the head, so that was like that was funny as fuck at high school parties. I'll be kicking myself in the head, I'll be pulling my arms over my head, doing funny voices, just entertaining everybody. I was the guy at the high school parties entertaining people. I didn't get funniest in my class, which is a deep cut, dog. That's a diss. Downey High, I'll never perform at the reunions. How dare you? We already know who was the funniest, but I guess I wasn't friends with the school newspaper people or the yearbook people who would have put me on. But you know, here I am 18 years later doing stand-up comedy, and it started because it was a different time in my life. I was like 23 years old. I'd done some like acting, some comedic acting, and some improv, and I was just hanging kind of with some street dudes, and I had one foot in the streets and one foot in college. And one night in Hollywood,
stay in school, people.
Stay in school, dog. One night in Hollywood, I was with the wrong dudes, and they were kind of banging and on the wrong fools. And these fools popped the trunk. They had bats, and they chased us with bats. And I got hit in the head with the bat, like just like grazed. I could feel that shit in my teeth. And after that, I'm like, man, you know what? I shouldn't hang out with these people. I probably shouldn't. You know, this is gonna get me killed. And it just so happens that me and my little brother got tickets to the Power 106 Comedy Fiesta.
Hey, okay.
And we saw everybody, man. We saw Gabriel Iglesias. We saw Pablo Francisco, Craig Robinson, Bobby Lee,
nice.
Maz Jobrani. We just saw like an all-star lineup of the best comics at the time. And still to this day, probably one of the best shows ever. Oh, and Cat Williams. How can I forget him?
Cat Williams, okay.
Man, that show was so powerful. Cat Williams' set was
and I'll
so
set it in the name.
fucking powerful. Yeah, it was a comedy
Power
fiesta.
106, right?
Power 106 comedy. They don't do it anymore. It was at the Irvine Amphitheater, but that was the shit, man. Like, Cat was like a motivational speaker. He was like, man, I don't care what you got to tell yourself. You got to tell yourself that you're 5'10". You tell yourself you're 5'10". You go get it. And he was just like giving me this speech, and I felt like I just was connecting to this message. And I got to meet him like years later at the set of a YG music video, and I told him, thanks for that. He was a really humble cat.
Yeah.
And so that show made me want to try stand up, because I knew I was funny and I knew I could act funny and do voices and shit. So I went to the Ice House and did the Cinco de Mayo comedy competition.
Oh, nice.
And I did really well. I didn't win. I didn't expect to win.
Yeah.
I was just happy to show up. And from there, I started booking shows on Craigslist. And I booked some show with this dude. What was his name? I forgot, man. Something Gold. Some producer dude from who had a show at the basement of the Ramada Inn, which is now the Hollywood Hotel.
Okay.
Did his show, brought like 10 friends. He thought I was already like established. I was killing it too. I was doing crowd work. I was making people laugh. I was doing my voices. I did great my first 2 times up. Then he books me for the Comedy Store at the Belly Room. And man, did I bomb. I had a horrible bomb of an experience for like 6 people. And these were the dark times in the Comedy Store. This was before the resurgence, thanks to like Kill Tony and Joe Rogan and Roast Battle and all those great shows that they have now. But man, this was a time when nobody was going to the store. I remember I bombed. I left. I was like, fuck, I can't believe I bombed. The bartender looked at me. She goes, you want a shot? I was like, hell yeah. She poured me a shot of tequila.
Right,
She gave me a shot of tequila. I shot it down, and I'm like, I'm not going to quit comedy. So I went back on Craigslist. And that was my agent at the time. I didn't know about open mics. I didn't know about the scene and how to like work the scene. So I just Craigslist, any type of comedian, any type of weird showcase with musicians and whoever, I was there. And it was always whack people. So
and you fit right in.
I fit right in because I was whack. But I always had friends to kind of back me up and pull up and kind of give me the confidence boost that I needed to keep doing it.
Nice.
And it wasn't until I kind of took a little break for like a year, less than a year, like 8 months. But every single fucking day I wrote at least a page. So I came back to the stage with like 300 pages of crap, but some of it was good. And I learned a few tricks along the way from some older comedians, one being Jeffrey Brown, who's a comic that's still around today. He kind of taught me how to introduce topics through questions. Yeah. So he taught me that. That's kind of like a beginner trick to kind of introduce your premises, your topics. So I'll be like, hey, anyone out there in college? And then I'll go into my college joke.
Yeah, of course. So
he taught me that. And then I went on to take some classes at Flappers that really helped me out with joke structure. And then, I just kept hustling, grinding shows. Flappers put me on a lot of shows. Tons of all the shows, like 2 shows a month I was at Flappers. And that for me at the time was enough. Yeah. And I'll go to open mics here and there just through this website called Bad Slava. So I knew about that one, and I would go whatever was kind of close to me. And then I took a break for 3 years. It got good. I started getting good, started climbing, and then it kind of took a dip. And some people passed away in my life that were really dear to me.
Sorry to hear that.
I got really sad, and I kind of couldn't laugh. I couldn't bring myself to laugh and to make jokes. And for 3 years, I sat around kind of depressed. And my boys were like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You sleep all day. You ain't doing shit. You're just blazing it a lot and working. And
hey,
what
blazing
happened,
helps,
man.
It
helped.
You can't
but I was smoking
that
like
motherfucker a lot.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like 2 blunts a day at least.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was just...
Well, speaking of blunts, we're about to have one.
We're going to have
time
one.
after, you know what I'm saying?
So, yeah. So, after my comeback happened because my dad called me one day. He's like, man, I think I have prostate cancer. Uh-oh. And I was like, fuck, dude, if I lose another, I can't have my dad like see me sad.
Exactly.
And especially, potentially fighting for his life.
Yeah.
I don't want him to see me being this sad dude, like, who's just not doing what he wants to do in life. So August 22nd, it was 2019. I hit the stage and I hit that shit hard, dog.
That's
I
right.
came back with a vengeance, and I went and did like fucking 2 or 3 open mics a night for the first 3-4 months, and then I started my own mic, and after that I started doing shows, and then the pandemic happened. But you know what? Instead of taking a break, I doubled down, and I was like, I'm gonna do even more shows. Since then I've been on a tear, and it's been all love. You know, it's been mad success since then, and I've appreciated it. I've been grateful for every minute of it, and the good people in my life, like Jeff, who just came on a whim, man. He just happened to be at my show, and he was like, fuck, I like this kid. He got a camera, he's got a stage, he's got lights, sound, he's got the whole package, he's got some talent, let me bring him on the road with me. And after that, it was a wrap. So we've been working together ever since 2020, I believe, and it's been a good experience. It's been the best experience of my life, dude. If this was a roller coaster ride, this is the Goliath right here. This is the shit. This is the best roller coaster ride ever.
Nice. That's real dope to hear.
Yeah,
real
that's my backstory. Like, essentially, what else can I say about myself? You know, I grew up real poor in Louisiana and shit. We didn't have a lot. We didn't have TV even. We didn't have cable, so we had to entertain ourselves a lot. Just me and my brother.
Hey, that's what made you the humble kid you are today, maybe.
Yeah,
right?
I had to be funny, and I was the new kid 15 different times before I came to high school. So I always had to make new friends. I always had to like sell myself and try to. I'd be like ear hustling people's conversations, and I'll try to chime in with something funny to say, and that's how I'd make friends. And I just kind of developed that gear or that skill, and it's been helping me ever since. And in comedy, you got to network, you got to be social, you got to go around, shake hands, make people laugh, talk to them, make friends, and just through just being myself, I guess, and being out there and likable, it's paid dividends. So if you're an introvert, you got to work on talking to people. It's just a necessary evil you're gonna have to overcome and do in order to get shows. Yeah, so that's kind of a little bit about me.
Very interesting way to put how Ryan came about.
Yeah, it's
without the Radu, right?
Yeah, no, I came about the old-fashioned way, man, through like hard work, determination, never giving up. They've had so many bad performances, so many bad nights.
Hey, we need those bad nights or bad days to.
That's
keep
why
us
it's a
going
roller
up,
coaster.
You know what I'm saying? So, I hear you on that one, and it's real cool. You mentioned a little bit about how you kind of met Jeff. Is that where you met Jeff?
I met Jeff through his homie Manny Maldonado, and this was just the grace of God or a stroke of luck, whatever you want to call it. I was doing this parking lot of Baja's in Downey, and there's this birthday party there with like 20 people, and we're going up, we're bombing, whatever. It's like all comedians from the South. I wanted to throw a Southern show just to kind of meet some other comics from my part of the world, even though I'm not really a Southerner because my family's Eastern European and half my family's in California, and I just lived there for a while, but it had such a good impact on my life that I always kind of hold it dear to my heart, like my time I spent in the South. I make this Southern comedy show. We're bombing. We're doing terrible. There's this birthday party. One of the guys walks up to me, goes, "Man, can I do some time?" I'm like, "Who are you?" He's like, "I'm a nationally touring headliner." I'm like, "Holy shit, dude. Yeah, of course." He gets up, fucking kills it, man. Hilarious. I'm like, "Hey, man, can I book you to come back?" He's like, yeah, of course. So I was like, okay. He gave him like $120 to do the next show.
Oh,
that's a pandemic, so he took a pay cut to do my show because he just wanted to get up and exercise.
And again, it's a blessing to have.
It was a blessing. And then he comes and he brings Jeff. And I knew who Jeff was because one of my friends, Alex, he really loved Jeff Garcia. He's the one who put me on to stand-up comedy like when we were in 8th grade. And he showed me Carlos Mencia. Showed me he showed me like Latin comics like George Lopez.
Nice.
And Jeff. And he's the funniest guy I know too.
Yeah,
that's the crazy thing. My friend Alex is the funniest dude. He has some struggles in his life, but still to this day, one of the guys I could get together with and always laugh with. So when I saw Jeff, I'm like, oh fuck, it's Jeff Garcia. I knew who he was.
That's right.
I was a fan. So Jeff,
more than just a fan now, right?
Yeah, now it's super cool. I tell him that shit, but he doesn't, he doesn't understand it from my perspective.
Of course, yeah, you're just
'Cause
another homie of his, another brother.
Yeah, like I look up to him before we met, so it wasn't like, yeah, I'm just down because you're a good comic. No, I was like, you were already on a pedestal to me. So when you pulled up to my parking lot show, I was like, holy shit. And he went up, he fucking wrecked it. I was like, oh, damn, this motherfucker is so funny. And I just was cool, talked to him. And he liked how I had my cameras and shit all set up official.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to come to Phoenix and shoot me? I didn't know if I was getting money or what. I'm like, I'm going to fucking Phoenix.
Let's go, yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Hey, even for the fucking experience would have been fucking dope, huh?
Hell yeah, I didn't know what was going to happen. So I pull up with my camera, I shoot the show. Jeff's like, you want to do 7 minutes? I'm like, hell yeah. I get up, I fucking do it. I'm fucking making them laugh. I did pretty good. I mean, so much better. I'm so much better now. But at that time, I did good. I didn't have all the material I have now, but what I had, I knew what I had.
Yeah.
And I knew it was good. So I did great. Recorded. The video was dope. Jeff's like, you want to keep coming back to Phoenix? We started going to Phoenix. We started doing shows here in Ontario. We just started doing shows because I owned a stage. I owned PA system, cameras. Nice. He's like, this motherfucker's a one-stop shop.
Yeah,
I worked in the film industry for like 10, 12 years in every position possible. So I'm professional with my shit because I came from that world of showbiz. So I knew how to talk to celebrities. I knew how to play my part, how to play it cool without trying to ask for too much,
of course,
being respectful, and showing Jeff a good time. And like there was like a time when he was at a show and we were far and he's like, I'm going to get an Uber. I'm like, bro, you're not going to get an Uber. I'm going to take you home.
Yeah.
And after that, he's like, man, I saw your character. I'm like, you're a fucking good dude, Ryan. You were like, no, because I live in Downey. He's like, we were somewhere far, bro. And I'm like, no, I'll tell you, I'll drive you fucking an hour to Rancho and drive an hour back to my house. And he just saw
and
I didn't ask for fucking
man.
anything,
Right.
dude. Yeah, and I didn't ask, and he gave me gas money, of course. That was nice of him, but I would have done it for free. And then he just saw like that's that kind of guy who will, he's just a fucking stand-up guy. So I always held it down, was always, good to Jeff, and I still am to this day. I'm always the guy who pushes us to keep kind of stay on the straight and narrow and like let's be official with our shit. I mean, that's my angle, and I don't like to play it loose, man. I like to play it by the book.
Of course.
Just because for me, I don't have I can't make fucking mistakes at this point in my career. I have to keep climbing. I don't have the luxury of fucking up. So I just try to keep it official. And I learned from my mistakes and shit too. So I definitely made a ton of them in the beginning of my career before my break, my 3-year break. And after that, I'm like, nah, man, I'm laser beam focused on what I want. And what I want is I want to do my stand-up special, and I want to be a road comic. I want to tour across the country. I don't care what places book me, breweries, comedy clubs, small-time shows, whatever. I just want to get out and meet the rest of America and introduce them to my brand of stand-up comedy.
That's pretty fucking dope, bro. Pretty fucking dope. And yeah, it's real fucking interesting how you go from, and then again speaking expect the unexpected parts in life where you're down and for whoever's looking after you, whether it's an angel or you got that luck or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You came a long way, from that thing that held you down, whatever it was,
Yeah.
So for you to climb that fucking stair, not knowing you were gonna have that stair in front of you, and fucking take off from there. You know what I'm saying?
You never know, man. A wise man once told me opportunity doesn't take appointments. When opportunity happens, you gotta fucking go for it.
Exactly.
So even if you have to drop everything and go for it, just go for it, because you'll kick yourself, and you'll be living in regret if you don't.
Of course, yes. And regret is a motherfucker, right?
Yeah, man. Fuck that. I got too many friends who were like, I shoulda, woulda, coulda back in the day. Yeah. I mean, I still have that myself. Like, I shoulda done more. I shoulda at 18. Maybe I should have dropped out of high school and went for this dream, but maybe I would have fucked up and I wouldn't have been the man I am today. You know, I wouldn't have been as prepared as I am today. But there's definitely, you know, that kind of pisses me off. I'm like, fuck, why didn't I start stand up earlier? Because I see dudes who started at 17, 18, and they're nationally touring headliners now, and I'm like 37, and I'm like, man, I'm barely getting there. So
no, fuck that. I've heard that we all are all that blooming flower that's gonna either bloom early or bloom late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And each of those are always okay. You know, because when you're meant to be something, either at a late time in your life or early time in your life, you're still gonna get fucking far.
Yeah, it's still
in due
happen.
time. Then again, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, don't hurry, but thank God that you are on the right path that you are.
Yeah,
You know
I'm very thankful, you know, and just humbled to be here in this position, because there's a lot of guys who would love to be in my position and they can't.
Late or early, it don't fucking matter.
Yeah,
you know,
it doesn't, as long as you just keep going for it.
Mm-hmm.
So just living in regret is something I try not to think about.
But we're gonna live in regret either way.
Yeah.
For any little thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's true, because it's like, oh man, what if I never did comedy and I just stuck it out in working in the film industry? Would I be a director by now? But I didn't like that world. It was just too much fake shit. I was working in music videos, and I just didn't like to not be the focus of attention. I wanted to be the star. I always thought I had the talent. I'm like, man, I'm working for people who suck. What the hell am I doing with my life? I want to be the man. And so I just, you know, you got to start somewhere, and I started small, and I'm somewhere in the middle now, and hoping to climb up to the top at some point.
Hell yeah. Hey, you're gonna get there, man. Don't rush it. You're a star here today if you weren't a star there prior, you know, and at your prior shows.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's really fucking dope to hear, bro. Fucking I love it. It's fucking interesting story how you came about, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love it, bro. And since the day we fucking met, we were like two peas in the pods as well, right?
Yeah. You were always cool.
You showing me a lot of things and what you do, and even if it's just being up on stage or behind the fucking camera, you know what I'm saying, or in front of the camera as well, you know what I'm saying. So it teaches me a lot, whether it's you or that other third person, second person, you know what I'm saying. So you've always shown me love. Hey, and what way to do it?
You always been cool, bro. You always seen us come into your work like all fucked up.
Yeah. Hey, and
you were always cool about it. It was funny because we would come in there buying like frozen burritos at like 2 a.m. and like random
coming
shit.
from Phoenix.
Coming from Phoenix at 4 a.m. I'm like, no pictures, dog. I can't even see straight. I'm cross-eyed. Don't take a picture of me. My lady's gonna see it. I can't even open my eyes. I'm tired.
And he still had to drive.
And I still had to drive back to Downey.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I still had to drive another 45 minutes back to
Downey.
his house.
Fuck, dude. Those were the nights,
Yeah,
but I don't regret it, and I wouldn't take it back for the world, because it just, those opportunities made me who I am today, and
of course,
they're building blocks to build off of.
Yeah, it's really fucking dope. Really dope. I've been blessed and have got the privilege to be VIP with Jeff and Friends a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of times, and like I said, blessed. Always have been blessed, especially going to and with Jeff and Friends.
Yeah.
Not through the front of the fucking building, but through the back of the fucking building. You know what I'm saying?
Green room.
Yes, sir. I think we could smoke that green there, right?
That's right.
And I've got to ask, what is it like being on stage as one of his openers or one of his hosts and working with such a beautiful man that he is?
It's pretty fun, man. It's interesting. We have a good time. There's always a lot of fanfare backstage. The entourage, they always pull up backstage. And that's kind of when I need quiet time to write, and I need a place to sit down because I'm nervous. And also, I got to get to the...
Ryan's got 30 seconds to be on stage.
Yeah,
Mr. Radusinovic, you're going to be on in 30 seconds.
I need that quiet time sometimes. So it is challenging. And the one thing I will say is, dude, I always have to take a shit before I perform. So I got to get to the show like an hour early.
30 seconds on. You're going to have 30 seconds to drop that load.
I get to the show like as soon as the fucking doors open, and I go run in the shitter and I drop a big bomb. I flush it like 3 times, and then I just sit there and wait for everyone to show up. I'll be airing this shit out and shit. You
got the toilet paper stuck on your shoe.
Yeah, bro. I'll be so I have to get there first and foremost. I got to be the first guy there, so that way I can have my quiet time. Because when Jeff pulls up, he got all the homies, entourage. We're rolling in, making jokes, laughing.
I come in and being the annoying one, like, who the fuck brought this guy then again?
Oh, it's always fun when you show up. I'm glad to see some familiar faces. Cause a lot of times I don't really know the people. I mean, now I kind of do.
Oh yeah. Hey, don't worry. Even when I asked this motherfucker for that fucking picture, hey, come on, bro, let's get a selfie. It's like meeting him then again at 4 a.m. at the fucking Circle K up there, man. Fuck, not right now. I'm fucked up already. I'm not selfie ready, bro.
Yeah, no, I think I was just stoned but I was so tired.
No, you were
because we left.
You were stoned. I was too.
I was stoned. Yeah, for sure. I left that day at noon. Went to Phoenix, did the show, drove back, and saw you at 4 a.m. And I'm like, no pictures, dog. I'm tired. Plus, we didn't eat the whole fucking day. That was like the first time in a long time I went 24 hours without a meal.
Yeah, hey, because you were saying, man, I'm fucking hungry. I'm trying to get home already.
Yeah, I wanted
Jeff,
to go
let's
home
go.
and eat. But by the time I got home, I was too tired. I knocked out. I didn't eat till the next day at like 4 p.m. Yeah, but when I ate, I fucking grubbed.
Fuck yeah.
But that's another cool thing about the green room is there's always food. There's always drinks. So recently, like before, I'd always take advantage of the free drinks. I'd be getting beers and shots and shit. I haven't drank in the green room like in a while. And if I do, I'll bring like the beer that I want to drink because they always got the generic shit.
Yeah.
So I'll bring whatever, like IPA or whatever I'm kind of feeling like drinking. I'll bring my own shit because honestly, I don't want to run up the tab because I know Jeff likes to buy his friends drinks and stuff on our tab. The one thing I do get always is a snack. Although I don't like to eat before I go on because, like I said, it makes me have to shit. So most of the time, I'll take some food to go. If we didn't run up the tip too crazy, I'll take it.
I'm the only one fucking doing different takes in fucking one session, man.
Yo, yeah, no, for real.
Hey, hang on, guys. I'll be back. I need to take a shit.
I feel you, dude, because when it hits me, I gotta go, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot fuck around. And then Jeff's like, nah, don't go shit in the bathrooms in the comedy club, shit in the green room. I'm like, well, then you guys got to smell it. He's like, yeah, but you don't want them to see you before you perform because then it kind of breaks the...
You just want them to smell
especially
you before
in the restroom. Yeah, they're going to remember you by your shoes, dude. They're going to be like, that's the guy with the white Pumas. That motherfucker blew it up in the restroom. Now he's on stage. Ugh, nasty motherfucker. The fuck was he eating?
He should have fucking went out there so they would have smelled it.
So it's fun. Right. The green room is all right. I don't mind it. I just, when I become the headliner, I'm going to run my green room just a little bit different. I'll like for it to be quiet in there. I would like for there to be limited alcohol. Like, I prefer no alcohol. Just, I don't know, because I don't want my openers or anybody like, fuck, I was too buzzed, I was too drunk. I don't want no excuses. I want the best performance possible. So if you see me, most of the time I'm drinking a Diet Coke or I'm drinking some non-alcoholic shit. Well, don't get me wrong, I love to drink. I can't have any excuses for a bad performance besides maybe having an off night mentally. So, no, I was too drunk, I was too stoned, fuck that shit. I'm too old for that to be making excuses. So, when I run my green room, it'll be a little different. Jeff's green room is a party. I can't complain. I get in where I fit in. I know how to...
Hey, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none,
exactly,
right?
dude. They got all the homies in there, so I don't mind. But I just...
Hey, I'm going to roll up with one night, man, and fucking have a blunt with me. He's like,
oh, man.
Motherfucker, get this fool out of here.
Joe Ramirez gave me a hit of the weed pen, and I was hosting. I must have went in and out of the green room like 30 times while Jeff was on stage. Like... What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? I was so high off the pen because I hadn't hit the pen in a long time.
Yeah.
Bro, they were laughing their asses off because I kept like, I'll go out, watch Jeff, come back in. Go out, watch Jeff. And I did this at least 30 times. I couldn't stop doing it because I was so nervous that I was going to miss when he got off stage. And I wanted to come back and see what they were doing. And I don't know. I was wigging out, dude. I was tweaking. They were laughing at me, bro. So I'm like, you know what?
What's wrong with that guy up on stage?
Save the weed for afterwards. Save it for after. I can smoke and go on stage, but I just, like I always say, I become an old black jazz musician whenever I get high. I'm like, what's up, baby? How you doing, young blood? You want to hear some jokes?
Flirty type of guy. Huh?
I'm like, yeah. What's up, family? I'll just become like, too mellow for my own good. So I need a little anxiety to drive me as a performer. If I'm not sweating, I'm not trying. So I need that. And I need a little
type of pressure.
That little pressure, I need to feel it.
Need the little jitters to
start
popping.
The jitters help. The jitters really help me. If I'm too cool, I'm not gonna have a good show.
That's right.
Yeah. So
that shit's funny, bro. Being backstage with Jeff, man, it's always a fucking good time, especially when Jeff and friends come about.
Oh
and
yeah.
All 4, 5, 6 of us, 10 of us, 20 of us.
That's a mob.
Yeah, it's real dope, man. Like I said, it's a blessing to be what I once was your guys' customer service rep at fucking
you are
Circle K. Now I'm part of the camp crew, you know what I'm saying? And,
part of the entourage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that sounds more better, huh? I'm part of the entourage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be our official blunt roller.
Yeah, I'm fucking down, bro. Let's do that shit, man.
Bro, I brought this comic on show with me to Vegas, and I was like, because I knew he was a stoner, I was like, I need somebody to roll blunts on the way. And he's like, I can't roll blunts. I'm like, bro, what kind of stoner are you? You're from fucking Southern California. You don't know how to flip a blunt. And he's like, I'm like, can you roll a J at least? He's like, no, I don't know how to roll. I'm like, bro, never again. Like, no, we're friends, but I'm like, bro,
we're gonna send this motherfucker on an Uber.
You gotta, I'm like, get this fucker out of my car.
I like the Greyhounds right there.
Nah, he still, I rolled a blunt and we smoked up and we had a great time actually. He's still a good friend, but after that, I'm like, you can't be the official blunt roller ever.
You can't even smoke with us. What did they say on fucking that movie?
You can hang with us.
She's not wearing pink. You can't sit with us.
You can't sit with us. You can't chief with us, dog.
You can't chief with us,
You can't
dog.
chief with me.
If we do, you're only gonna take one puff.
Yeah, you're at the end of the rotation. You gotta hit the roach, dog. Hell no.
The end of the rotation. That's if it gets to you, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fucking.
I'm glad to have you on the team as the official blunt roller.
Oh yeah, that'd
and
be
also
fucking
like
dope,
low key,
bro.
like
Let's do it.
You're also low key security, bro. Like if somebody,
that's what I fucking am.
You gotta
man,
jump. You gotta jump on their back and like get them, bro, in a headlock.
Fuck that. That motherfucker's gonna get a good shot if he comes towards anybody. Man, you know what I'm saying? You fuck with my people. Exactly, you're gonna get that fucking putazo, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna look for it. I'm not waiting for the opportunity, but if the opportunity comes down to, hey, we gotta respond.
No, but I really appreciate what you did on Ontario Improv. You were helping us take pictures and get the line moving and sell merch and shit. Dude, that shit goes far in my eyes. You know, like you really.
He remembers that.
I remember you and your brother helping out. That was really cool. Thank you guys.
Yeah, no, you're welcome, man. You guys are welcome, and then again, I'm trying to. I don't want to say fit in, but I put myself in you guys' shoes. So let's be fucking professional about this motherfucker when you guys are out there and when we're out there together. You know what I'm saying? And that thing you said earlier about being that professional in whatever you fucking do. You know what I'm saying? I take that to heart, and I do understand that very much. You know, and whatever I put my heart into, then again, he and they will know when I do that. You know what I'm saying? So I can put myself in your shoes, and again, I'm doing, if not that perfect thing, but trying to do things right.
Yeah, you gotta learn to do things right. You're gonna make mistakes. That's okay, but
of course,
as long as you present yourself in a professional manner, you'll figure it out quicker than somebody who just tries to wing it all the time. Like, fuck it, I'll figure it out as I go. You will, but you'll figure it out much slower versus a person who prepares. Yeah. You know, preparation is half the battle. Something like that.
I heard that one too, but
preparation.
I think it was the whole thing, man. We hear when we're like little kids and shit, right? Yeah, that's funny, bro. Jeff and Friends it's a dope thing to be a part of.
Yeah,
you know. And
I'm glad that we call it Jeff and Friends now, because before it was Jeff and then and everybody else. Yeah. But since we've been rocking with the same team for a few years now, it's kind of become Jeff and Friends, and that's Jeff has a lot of funny friends, so I'm very honored to be one of them.
Yeah, and very honored to be a part of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not the one.
We got to get you on stage, bro.
But I'm exactly how he was explaining who he was and how he carries himself. That's, you know, I'm that funny guy in Spanish class. Then again, who would fucking get in trouble or get told something by the teacher? Hey, the fuck? Now's not the time. I'm trying to teach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's very, very, very honored to have you here, and fucking appreciate you giving your time. And we're gonna smoke a blunt right after, you know what I'm saying? And you know, that's my thank you. You know what I'm saying, to be able to fucking chief it up with my boy here.
Hell yeah.
Ryan,
I'm
the
with
comedian, Ryan Radusinovic, Ryan the fucking lover boy, however you fucking want to put it, you know, because I'm that same homie. He fucking
that was my whole act, bro. I was like a lover boy at first on stage. I'll be trying to flirt with every girl in the room. And I had to break those habits because I have a girlfriend now. And it's very hard because I want to have a lot of female fans.
Yes,
and I want them to like me and want to fuck me. But like, honest to God, like, because that you want to be desirable.
Yeah.
That's why Pete Davidson has so many female fans. Come on,
Fuck
dude.
Pete Davidson. We're talking about fucking
Pete's ugly
Ryan
ass. He got a lot of
man.
swag, and even though he has a lady, he's still, you know, swagged out, and he got the riz, and women like him, and you know, you can still be desirable and be a one woman man. Like Rod Stewart did it his whole career. He was married. Bon Jovi was married. Tom Jones. Those guys were married, and women were still throwing panties on the stage. You know, not that I want that as a comedian, but I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, he wants. Hey, at least throw him your bra, man. Fuck.
You know, if you throw it, I'm not gonna throw it back. But I don't mind.
Don't throw him your fucking toilet paper that you have as your boobs.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't throw me that chicken cutlet, that fake titty pad, bro. Keep that for your man. But it's nice to be, you know, liked and admired, and if girls think I'm cute and want to show up to my show based on that, then that's fine too.
Well then, hey, if we see all that coming in,
but I do have a lady.
You have Vanessa there backstage. She's gonna
my
come
girl will
fucking
put
whip your
hands
ass.
on you. Yeah, she'll put hands on me.
We Mexican, we don't fuck around with ours. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, there's no sharing. I'm not in an open relationship, none of that shit. But I do see that as like my angle, or at least it was prior to being in a serious relationship. So I'm trying to break those habits of being extra flirtatious on stage. I just try to be cheeky and funny and clever, more so than trying to, you know, be like, yeah, what's up, girl? What you doing afterwards? Because I don't know. That's maybe I'm a guy who likes to be liked. So maybe that's a fault of mine, but
hey,
that's our game, dude. We're in comedy so that people will like us and follow us and buy our tickets. So
yeah. Hey, man, you fucking. As long as you're kicking it with different friends, I guess the show will sell out either way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You how is that, having a girlfriend and, like you explained, you want to be loved by females, and how
well, that there's just boundaries
with your lady now that she is also
she's a comedian. She's
well.
really funny, and there's just boundaries you have to set, you know, and that's important because some of these female fans, they're a little extra. They want to like grab your hand.
Yeah.
They want to stroke you. Mm-hmm. They want to hug you a little tighter than they should. So I don't like play into that at all. When I take pictures with girls, my hand's never really like around them.
Well, I've learned that
I do the old hand in the back, the old Keanu Reeves. You don't touch them. Your hand is in back of them.
Yeah.
And I try not to, you know, I don't want to put it out there like I'm single or I'm some swinger or something.
Yeah.
So I don't. I would try to be respectful to my girl and you know, do it that way because for sure, be your comic, you're funny, you got, you know, good looking, well dressed. Women, they want to shoot their shot. So
of course,
I don't really shoot them down, but I let them down easily. Thank you for coming to the show. I just, you know, hit them with the friend angle, and that's all I can do because I want them to come back. I don't want to give them the cold shoulder and be a dick, even though they like you more when you are.
Hey, you gotta give it to them.
But
if you gotta be a dick, you're gonna give them the dick.
You gotta
know what I'm saying?
be a dick to give some dick. But I just try to be nice and cordial and let them down easily, softly, gently, and so that way my girl knows. She knows that I'm a one-woman man, but, you know, she always has that eye on me like, what if?
You're her mandilon, and no one else's.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, I'm happy to be in a relationship with a woman who loves me, and it's because it's hard to find that, and I was single for quite some time.
And you're always going to have a fucking fresh hot meal in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the Latina, so that's the fucking best win right there.
I enjoy the companionship and just her personality and everything. She's a great comic. She's real funny, and we're helping each other. And it's a healthy relationship, you know. She's not toxic at all. If anything, I was the toxic one because I for sure was I was up in the streets when she met me. I was doing just, I like to party and have a good time, a little too much back before we met and at the beginning of our relationship. So she kind of straightened me out, but for the better, because otherwise I wouldn't be as dialed in and focused as I am now. So all props to my lady Vanessa for helping me kind of.
Shout out Vanessa.
Yeah, for helping me pull me up by the bootstraps and just kind of get out of my funk and present myself in a more professional manner. Because I always want to be the party guy who's like being the funniest guy, being the biggest fucking clown. And sometimes you got to dial that energy back because you don't realize it, but sometimes you being an asshole.
Yeah.
Or you're just you're being a party guy and you don't have to.
Yeah,
like, why am I here like at 4 a.m. doing blow with open micers? I shouldn't be doing that at all, So I don't do that anymore, and
yeah.
And I'm happy for it.
Breaking little habits, huh?
Yeah, I had to break some ugly habits because I don't like to say goodbye. I like to always be making people laugh, and if drugs pop out, then I'm like, yeah, I just want to keep the party going and have fun, and
you just want to keep the energy going,
be laughing,
going,
and and I want them to like me, so of course I'll say yes, and that just got me into a little trouble. I mean, with my health and shit, so I have to do what's right for my health, and
we're getting older, man.
Leaving drugs behind is part of that. So not that I was ever like a cokehead, but I definitely fucked around.
When you're in the party, you're gonna be in that same scene.
Yeah. The opportunity's there, so you have to learn to say no.
Exactly.
So that's what I've learned, and she helped me a lot.
Take 2 lines. Don't fucking take the whole bag.
Take a key bump.
When someone says "saca de bolsita," your eyes already lit up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that should be just enough, man.
Yeah, sometimes every time I got to say no to the bag, but it's just because I can't have those nights where it's like sun is rising, I'm going to sleep, or I'm trying to go to sleep, and I'm like in my bed staring at the ceiling, and the whole next day is just wasted because I'm tired as fuck. I can't have those days. I don't have that luxury. I got people fucking calling me. I got work to do. I got editing. I got a girlfriend. I got all these people relying on me to be my best version of myself, so it's kind of good, It's good that I left that shit behind, because who knows? I had a homie die over Christmas, fentanyl, laced coke.
Oh, man.
Smart dude, fucking worked for Caltrans as an engineer. He had his own house. He was doing good in life. But, man, you don't know what's in there. So, kids, don't fuck around.
Don't give kids the bolsita.
Don't give kids the bolsita.
Dumb fucks.
Yeah, make sure you got a little drug testing strip, or you know where your stuff is coming from.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
He who says they trust their plug always and always. Yeah, don't listen to them motherfuckers, man, because you never know. Shit could be laced.
Shit could be laced. I mean, they don't even know, because all it takes is like a little bit to fucking fuck you up.
You just need it close to your nose, and that'll fuck you up.
Yeah. Fentanyl's no joke.
It's no fucking joke.
No joke.
And
that was the second homie who passed away off that shit. I had another homie who died off a fake Xanax that had fentanyl in it. That was shit. Like when I took my comedy break, my RIP, my boy Ibsen. Really fucking sad, dude. Super sad. And drugs are scary, man. So proceed with caution.
Yes. Caps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, for real. Yeah, smoke weed, dude. It's natural. It's from the earth.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Say yes to the blunt.
Say yes.
No to the bolsita.
No. Exactly. One will make you sleepy and hungry, and the other one you will not sleep or eat for 24 hours. So fuck that. I don't even know if there's cri in that shit, dog. There is some fucking scante in some of this coke, bro. Because you'd be like, it's 12 hours later, dude. How the fuck am I still up? I need to go to sleep.
You're over here on the phone trying to go to sleep because you got to wake up at another pair of hours.
Yeah, and you got like 2 hours.
I ain't sleepy yet.
I can't sleep all day, like for 24 hours. It's like, what's in here, dude? Because, I mean, from what I hear, like Colombian cocaine, you do it, and you're like high for like an hour, and it goes away, and you're okay again.
Yeah.
But then this is some cocktail, bro. These fools are making some shit in the streets, caffeine with fucking this lidocaine that numbs your gums. They're just making, so you don't even know what's in it, bro. So stay away you know, or be safe. That's all I can say.
Yeah, just be safe, man. Whatever the fuck drugs you get yourself into.
Yeah, testing strips are cheap. You get them on Amazon. You just sprinkle a little in some water. You could test it, your ecstasy, your coke, whatever you're doing. Use those testing strips, man, because my cousin, she was out at Coachella, dude. They got some dirty pills, and she
yeah.
did the testing strip, and they just threw them away. Like, granted, you're throwing away your money, but hey, you're gonna throw away your life.
Yeah, exactly. Throw away your money better.
Yeah, exactly. Your life is precious.
Yeah, that's fucking. That's
Sorry
crazy,
to bring
Life's
you on a
crazy.
downer, but life is crazy
yeah.
that way.
No, yeah. Hey, fuck that, man.
Fuck that.
Your life's more. Your life's worth a lot more than just fucking, that bullshit. But yeah, it's crazy. So today, June 12th, is Natural Cougars Day.
Oh.
And not to reference the 4-legged little guy you find out in the wild. And with all due respect, and sorry Vanessa if you're watching, okay?
Uh-oh.
Don't kill me, because you almost did the last time we were in Ontario Improv, and I happened to see her looking coming towards the merch table,
oh,
and
right.
she was saying, I happened to see her, and I was like, damn, who is that in the hallway or something like that, and she's like, you do know that my fiance is right behind you, right? And I was like, hey, I'm just trying to hype you up so you walk towards him and he falls more in love or something like that.
She was looking hot that day, so
hey,
she knew what she was doing. But that was fun. That was Valentine's Day. That was when I had when I dyed my hair, dog, and I looked like Superman, bro. That was tight.
She almost killed me then, but don't kill me more today, all right? With all due respect, if you were single and could choose a cougar to be with, who would you choose and why?
All-time cougar? This one's easy for me. My all-time cougar fave of all time is Sophia Loren.
Oh, nice.
From back in the day. She's an old classic Hollywood
I thought you were
actress.
going to say Sofia Vergara.
Vergara?
That would have been fucking
Yo, that's
nice,
the modern
bro.
one. That's my cougar of right now, Sofia Vergara. And then, Vergara. Ay, chula. She's fucking. She still got it.
Mamacita.
Mamacita.
There you go.
Yeah.
So give your impression. Give your impression if she were right in front of you and coming towards you. Give a pressure with one of your. I
always loved her since day one. She was like one of my favorite hotties because she would come out on FHM magazine and like Maxim. So when she was just a model,
when she was on those magazines, she was fucking.
She was fire, and she still is. She aged great. She was in the movie Four Brothers with like Tyrese and Mark Wahlberg. She looked hot in that, and then that was like her first little foray into acting. And then she got on Modern Family, and still looks good. She got like a son that's like my age. Like, damn, girl.
So she's old enough to actually be a mamacita.
She's a real cougar. She's a top-notch cougar. That said, I don't date women who are older than me. So just like hypothetically, I would, in a different world where I was a different person, but I have this rule where I won't date a girl who's even one day older than me. Like, I don't know why I don't like the maturity shit. Like, I don't like a mature woman because it's already like I'm immature. So I don't need somebody who's more mature with me and has problems and a baby daddy.
I hear ESPN's thing. Did the Lakers win?
Oh no, the Lakers got a case of the Jokic. Oh no, dunking on y'all.
Oh shit, that's not them in the finals.
No,
Sorry
they're not
about
in the
that.
finals. Denver Nuggets all day. I'm not a Nuggets fan, but I'm a Jokic fan. I always root for my people, but yeah. So all time, Sophia Loren, Sofia Vergara in the modern world, and then who else? I like Suzanne Summers. She was like a hot MILF from back in my childhood. Elizabeth Taylor, when I look at videos of her, like her old movies, I'm like, wow, she was hot when she was young. But man, cougars will get you in trouble, dog. I think I did in my past. I hooked up with maybe a couple cougars when I was like a little barfly in my 20s, and it was always weird. Like, the hookups were fun and all, but I look back and felt like kind of dirty. This one chick she put on her high school cheerleading uniform. And I was like, this shit is weird, bro. I'm like looking at her pictures of her like kids who are like my age and shit. I'm like, imagine
to be with one of them, and you're a stepdad to somebody who's your own age, and you expect them to call you pops or dad or whatever.
What if they try to punk me and shit? What if they're bigger than me? It was the weirdest. She fucked all my friends. She was like this cougar bar slut from the Stardust in Downey.
Oh shit.
She was aggressive too. That shit was just weird. I just felt horrible. Every time I ever boned like an older lady, I just always felt terrible about it. For some reason.
Hey, they like it rough, anyways, man.
Yeah, I suppose. Like,
it's part of the show. It's part of the gimmick.
Yeah, like I think I was just me, kind of like learning about myself sexually, like what I liked and what I wanted. So, when you're a young guy, you just take what you could get, and then as I became older, I became more selective, and I wanted to be like in a healthy relationship, even though I dated a lot of toxic girls. But I was a toxic fool. What you expect?
So, you fit right in.
I fit right in, but I changed it up. In my 30s, it was a little bit better, and since I kind of stopped going out and being a bar dude who's just trying to holler at anything, it's been way fucking better. My life has been better. I've been in good relationships, and I'm at a great one right now. So, cougars are nice, but they're not for me.
Yeah, they rush you to be that.
Yeah, they kind of
do.
They do.
Barely in your
I think Chris
30s.
Rock said some funny shit on his new special. He's like, old bitches want you to go with them to the fucking mechanic, and then they want to be like, damn, $500. I only got $50. Can you pay for this shit? They want you to like fix their roof. They want you to do chores and shit. Like, I ain't got time for that shit.
For real.
But I can't hate on the game. Like, hey, if that's your thing, go for it. But for me, no thanks. I already look old enough. I don't need to be with a bitch who's even older than me. And no disrespect to women, but I cannot be with a woman who we look the same age. I already look fucking 45. I'm 37. It's bad enough that I look this old with this gray hair.
She being with one of them, she's gonna remind you.
And old women like me and shit. That's the worst part, dude, because they think I'm like a young ass old man, and they get disappointed to find I'm a old
with
ass.
All the gray hairs. And
yeah, I'm just an old ass young man. Bro, I was in Catalina. These fucking cougars banged on the window of the bar and were like, come in here, and I was like, you know. I was a little bitch. I didn't pussy out. I didn't want it. They were banging. They're like, you come in this bar right now. I was like, don't hurt me, lady. They're gonna roofie me for sure and have their way with me. But like I said, I'm not really into older women, so I just took off. But I'm not here to shame anybody. If that's your thing, go for it, dog. If I was divorced or something, and I was just being a little slut, Uncle Charlie, trying to be like Charlie Sheen in 2.5 Men, maybe I'd be a cougar chaser. But man,
still on that coke, huh, dude?
Once those bitches catch you, bro, they get the claws into you. So I'm not with the cougars. No siree, Bob. But hypothetically,
at that age, they're already serious about that bullshit.
They are, or they want like you to be their little boy toy, and I want a nice, healthy relationship.
And so it's been one hell of a fucking show, Ryan.
Yeah.
But then again, I appreciate you fucking coming down to Just a Chingón. Just a Chingón podcast.
Because I'm just a Chingón at the end of the day.
Hell fucking yeah, that's all I wanted people to know. That you're a Chingón, being that co-host of mine and the star of the show. Then again, you know what I'm saying? I with all this being said, I appreciate you coming down. 45 minutes, down the street, literally from Circle K.
Yeah.
Not there, but here in my house. And appreciate you. Mi casa, su casa. Then again.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, totally.
How people can follow you?
Yeah, before I get out of here, I'll just give a couple words of wisdom. I already said opportunity doesn't take appointments. And I will say, having good taste, it costs a little bit extra, but having good taste will take you far in life. So, quality over quantity. And you can follow me at ryan.comedian on Instagram. I am Ryan the Comedian. Other places, Ryan Radusinovic in the streets. Ryan Rad stealing your bitch in the sheets. No, just kidding. Just kidding. But yeah, follow me, ryan.comedian. Instagram. For my clips, Ryan Has No Talent. And what else can I say before I get out of here? I'm just a Chingón. I'm glad to be here, man. This was a great experience. Thank you for having me. And check me out July 7th at the Ice House, Pasadena, with Jeff Garcia and friends. Get yourself a ticket online. Get a ticket at the box office.
They're only fucking $20, man.
Only $20. What do you want?
Yeah.